KK Java tutorials. In this video tutorial, we will learn how to do continuous delivery pipeline using Jenkins. So let's try to understand what is basically continuous delivery pipeline in Jenkins. So guys, as you know, when you work in software industry, then when you use Jenkins for continuous delivery, I mean as a CI/CD tool, means continuous integration and continuous delivery tool, then you may have several jobs. One job you can define for the build, second for deploy, third for test, and fourth for release, right? And these are the jobs you can interlink each other, right, as a continuous delivery pipeline in Jenkins. So here, let's try to understand these things through an example. So here is my Jenkins. Here I'm going to create, just sake for simplicity, I'm going to create three jobs. First is the build job, then deploy, then test jobs. So once build job gets completed, right, build job basically gets executed successfully, then I would like to trigger the deploy job. And deploy job is executed successfully, then I would like to basically trigger the test job. So these three jobs are interlinked each other, and these three jobs are basically will be executed in the continuous delivery pipeline, and that workflow we are going to basically configure in Jenkins. So here, first of all, I'm going to create three projects. So I click on the new item. Here I'm going to give the job name as build job, and I'm going to select as freestyle project and click on OK. Yeah, so I mean configuration stuff I'll keep as minimal as possible, so that we'll put more and more focus on the how to basically configure continuous delivery pipeline. Yeah, so now if I come down, everything I'll keep as it is, and here in build section, what I'll do, I'll select execute Windows patch, and here just I'm going to print one message, echo message. So here I'll say build is done. That's a very simple message. Okay, and apply. Okay, let me run this job and make sure that it is working perfectly fine. So job is completed perfectly fine. So here you can see the output on console log here saying the job build is done. So first job we have created. Now I'm going to create a second job. So to create a second job, again I'm going to click on a new item, and this job name I'll give deploy job, right? Deploy job. Now again I'm going to select freestyle project, click on OK. I'll come down in build section, I'll select. So if you are working on Windows, then you can select execute Windows batch command. If you are working on Linux or Mac, then you have to select execute shell. So as I'm working on Windows, so just I'm going to select this one, and here I'm going to give a message that is called, this is basically deploy a job. So I say DEPLOY, deployment is done. All right, very simple message. And if I run this job, then this should be executed successfully as well. Yeah, this executed successfully. Let me show you the console output. So this is saying deployment is done. All right, now go back and again, and I'll create a third or last job that is called test job. So I'll click on the new item, I say test job, click on freestyle project, click on OK, and then I'll go to the down in build section. I'll select again execute Windows batch command, and here I'll give the message as this is test. So I'll say testing is done, right, and apply OK. And let's run this job at least once to make sure that it is working perfectly fine before going for continuous delivery pipeline. So here you can see the output saying that testing is done. So now we have three jobs, right? If I go to the dashboard, I have three jobs: build, deploy, and test job. And these all jobs ran only once, so you can see the one build in every job. Now I would like to configure these jobs as basically continuous delivery pipeline, right? So how we can do that? That's the stuff we are going to do. So here let's go to the build job, and build job section. What I'll do some configuration. I'll go to the configure in build job, and here if you come down, then you'll see the one post build action. There is a option is called build other projects, right? So guys, one thing I forgot to tell you, when you start configuring, before you start configuring continuous delivery pipeline, you have to install one plugin. So, and that plugin name is called, let me show you. So you have to go, so leave this screen. I'm going to show you what plugin basically you have to install. You have to go into manage Jenkins, and then after manage plugins, and here you have to, that already that plugin I have installed. I'll say delivery. So you have to install delivery pipeline plugin, right? So before starting other stuff, first of all you need to install this plugin. This is plugin, you can see I can see in the installed tab, but if you try to install first time, then go to the available. Here you have to type that plugin name and try to search and install. Then after you can process for job creation and all this stuff. So now let's go to the build job in configure, and here what I'll do, if you come down, then here you can see in post build action sections. If you look into the drop down, then here I would say build other projects, right? So once basically this I mean build is succeeded for this job, right? Build job, then what I'm telling over here, then only trigger the deploy job, right? And here of course you have various options. Okay, so comma should not be there. So here of course you can give a comma separated multiple job names. So here I'm giving them only one job name, right? And here by default it is selected trigger only if build is stable, right? So if this build, once this job basically this job means build job succeeded without any failure, then I would like to basically trigger this job, deploy job, right? And I'd say apply and save. Now let's go to the dashboard, and so once this will be executed successfully, then this job is going to trigger. And if I go to over here in within the deploy job configure, then here also we have to configure, go to the post build actions, and here you will have to choose again build other projects. And what I'm telling, if a deploy job gets executed successfully, then what I want, test job should be executed, right? Test job. And here also of course comma separated, you can give them multiple job names, right? So if this job gets executed successfully, then if you have a comma separated multiple jobs, then those jobs are going to trigger. But I have only one job, and here apply and save. So all these jobs are basically now configure as continuous delivery pipeline, right? Now I go to the dashboard, and let's say if I run this job, then other two jobs should trigger automatically, right? So here what I'll do, I'll go to the build job, and here I try to build, right? So this job is getting built. So second build is completed. Now if I go to the dashboard, here you can see in queue, now test got triggered, right? I think test got triggered. I think before that deploy is already completed. So if I refresh this, then you can see the number of builds. So earlier number of builds in build job was 1, so that is 2, and this job we had triggered manually. So and here in deploy job you can see number of basically build is 2, and in test also 2, right? That means when we had triggered this job, then next job and deploy and test job is executed automatically, right? So here you can see everything, right? Now what I want these things to be shown in the very good basically pictorial fashion, right? So to integrate these three jobs in more understanding viewable GUI, you have to click in this plus sign, right? Make sure that this will get only, you'll install that plugin, right? Delivery pipeline plugin. Then click on the plus, and here I'm going to select, of course, this delivery pipeline view, so that we can view the all the pipeline delivery jobs. Here you can give the my pipeline, here you can give anything. I have given a my pipeline and click OK. Okay, now if you come down, there are various options are available there. If you come down, then here you'll get something is called components. You have to click on the component, and here component name you can specify. So here you can give anything, my pipeline jobs, right? That I have given. And here initial job you have to specify. So initial job, our initial job is build job only, right? So once build job is getting completed, then deploy is getting executed. I mean deploy is getting triggered, and deploy job is completed successfully, then only test job is going to trigger. So our initial job is nothing but the build job. So that was already selected. Now I'm going to click on apply. Okay, right? And here you can see the pictorial representation of our continuous delivery pipeline within Jenkins. So we have two runs delayed, right? So all runs view is, you can see in the basically pictorial representation, right? So here you can see, you can have a basically view full screen. If you click over here, then you can see in the full screen how view looks like, right? Now if I come here, then I can show you some of the few very interesting features regarding this. Here we can there is some spelling mistake. So if I go to the edit section, edit view, and here I will say my pipe line jobs, right? Now here I'm going to show you few basically very interesting stuff. So here if you see, then here you can see the beautiful description about view settings, so that people can understand. Now if I come down, then here's few stuff I'm going to show you. Like here you can see enable start of new pipeline build. If you select this option, and if you do apply OK, and you come here, then from here itself, from the continuous pipeline itself, you can trigger the job. So here if I click over here, you can see basically this continuous pipeline has started. So first step is completed, and second is deploy process has been started. Once this will be completed, here you can see now test has started, right? From here itself you can trigger your continuous pipeline, right? So this is also got complete. So there are 3 builds up to 8. So for all you can see the continuous pipeline. Now again I'm going to edit view, and here I can show you some interesting stuff. Like another interesting stuff is nothing but the enable rebuild, right? If I select this one and apply OK, if I go to the continuous pipeline, then here you can see, here you can rebuild a specific job, right? Sometimes if you want to rebuild the specific job, like here I can rebuild this job, right? Here you can see this specific job within your pipeline you can trigger, right? So that's it. That is also a very interesting feature, right? So here you can see this, you can, so you do not get this rebuild feature here, because this you have to start basically in beginning itself, right? And then after rest of the pipeline job is getting executed. So rebuild option is available for the second job onwards, right, within the pipeline. If I go to the edit view, and if you scroll down, then you can basically explore rest of the features. These features are really very interesting. Here show total build time. So if you select this one, then build time also you can see, right? So if I select this one, and I can do here also you can specify the regular expressions. Based on the regular expression, your pipeline delivery basically will be executed, right? So now if I apply OK, then here you can see that time, how long time basically this continue this continuous delivery pipeline took to run, right? So if I run again, then here you can see the time will be shown over here. So how long time is taken by the which job within the pipeline, right? So here you can see. So guys, this is the really very fantastic feature of continuous delivery pipeline within the Jenkins, and you can basically integrate various basically jobs so that the output of one job basically decides whether next job should basically trigger or not. So this is basically calls continuous delivery pipeline within the Jenkins. So that's all I have in this video tutorial, guys. Big thank you for watching this video, and if you really like this video, then hit on the like button and don't forget to subscribe KK Java Tutorials.